What's good, everybody? It's John. I'm coming back at you on another video. So this video here, this one is going to be a little different because this is more of an intrinsic video. This video here, I wanted to talk about the reasons why I do what I do, right? The reason why I put out these videos. Now, of course, I've touched upon it many times throughout multiple videos, and I have it in the channel description, right? Of course, the goal is to empower people, right, all around the world on this channel, right? That's the purpose of my videos. But just wanted to dive a little deeper as far as why I do it, right? Because of course, it's a mix of personal experiences, my experiences of people that I've seen, and I just wanted to have this video dive a little deeper, so hopefully you can help understand me a little more in my reasoning. So, first and foremost, I do what I do because I want to help people, right? Because I've been in a position in my life where there were instances where I felt worried, concerned, powerless. I felt unsure. Of course, we all probably had our moments of like feeling depressed or things like that. But we've had our moments of powerlessness. We had our moments of fear, of concern. And we're all just trying our best to go through life, because in life, there's always going to be the variable of the unknown, of not knowing what's happening next or what's in store for the future. And that can be really scary for a lot of us, right? Because the unknown, it doesn't have to be scary. It doesn't have to be bad, right? It can be good. It can be so many good things lined up, but it's just the fact that we don't know. That in and of itself could be one of the main reasons why it can be scary. But I have these videos here because I want to help other people. I want to help provide relief, provide comfort, provide some peace in the minds of others so that they can know and believe that everything's going to be fine. And sometimes we need that reminder ourselves too, right? Because I'm human, right? Sometimes I can react because usually I'm training myself to be more accustomed to responding to life rather than reacting. But of course, there might be some moments where I just react impulsively because that's how I've been conditioned or trained my whole life. And even though I've come across information, I've been learning and applying it to each and every day, right? There's still moments where I react to things and I don't immediately respond. So these videos here are to just help people who are going through their own situations, right? Or might be dealing with concerns, to help provide some level of peace and also guidance, right? I feel as though growing up, at least for me, the only quote unquote people that are like successful people or people in positions of power that look like me or came from where I came from, right? You would just see it would be like musicians or athletes, but you wouldn't really be exposed to successful people that look like me in other as often in other areas, right? And so I just want to help showcase that you can win in other areas, right? And I also felt that as a kid, I didn't always have someone that I could look up to as a role model that I feel could also like hold my hand through these tougher times. And so that's why I put out these videos to help people, to show that, that I'm human too, but that we can still find the best in all the situations, that life can still treat us well. And sometimes people just need that reminder, because even myself, sometimes I need that reminder. And I have, my entire channel full of all these videos that whenever I need to pick me up, I have that access right there, So these videos, of course, are to empower people, are to help people first and foremost, right? I also do these videos because I've seen in my life so much wasted potential. And I say that because there's people that I knew, at least as a kid growing up, right? Coming from more humble beginnings and probably a rougher environment, that there are people back then that didn't make the best decisions, right? That for some people it cost them their lives, or that they were just in predicaments that no one wants to be in, right? That I know that if they could choose to do something differently, they would have. And I don't ever want to see that, because I want to see people happy. I want to see people winning in this lifetime. I want to see people living life on their own terms, calling the shots, right? Deciding how they want their lives to be. That's what I want. I want to see greatness. I want to see, because you don't know if that individual, those people could have been the next doctors or lawyers or entrepreneurs or whatever it is, right? Like they could have been successful in their own right. And I just don't want to see people who are just settling for less, either making the wrong decision in their life or just settling for less when they have access to be able to create the life that they want, and that their dreams and everything that they could ever desire is already well on its way to them, right? And it's just, people need to begin believing that things already lined up, things are queued up, great things are queued up for us in the future. The next thing is, because I do these videos because I see people worrying about the wrong things, right? So many people out there who are problem oriented and not solution oriented, right? That I see folks who something would happen in their lives, and immediately, even though if they were just level headed, there would be an easy, clear solution to like handle whatever obstacle came their way. They would be so angry and frustrated and just fixated on the problem, right? They'd be so problem oriented when it's so much better and easier to just be solution oriented, right? I understand it'll take time to train yourself from reacting to things to then responding, right? But when you come from a place where you're level headed and you're responding to things, that's when you're more prone to be solution oriented, because you're just not leading with anger and frustration or powerlessness, right? You're maintaining your power, you're maintaining a clear mind, and you're focused on the solution. You're saying, okay, these are the things that are in my life right now. These are the things that are unfolded. That's okay, right? Being able to take responsibility and say, that's okay. The things in my life are in my life because I created it. That's okay. Just because they're in my life now, these things are undesirable doesn't mean that they will forever be in my life, right? I can just begin now moving towards what I want and begin creating the things that I want, begin creating the life that I want. And that's powerful, right? Being solution oriented is powerful, because when you're solution oriented, that's when you're focused on what it is that you want. You're focused on the best case scenario out of a given situation, rather than focusing on the problem or the worst case scenario, which is what most people tend to put their attention to. So it can be quote unquote problems that 5 minutes from now, an hour from now, a day from now, a week from now, wouldn't even be a problem anymore. But they're so fixated on the problem that it ends up consuming them, when chances are it might end up just getting handled on its own accord at the right place at the right time, right? And the other thing as well is, my motivation for putting out these videos is because there are also people who are important to me in my life that I just feel are stuck in their ways and are just closed-minded. And what people need to realize is, unless if you're living your life where everything is perfect, everything is amazing, like everything's taken care of, right? You're living your dream life. If that's how you're living, then if you choose to be closed-minded, then so be it, because you're living the happiest experience, that everything you could ever want, right? And then everything must be fine for you, so that's okay. But if you're in a position where you want to change, where you want to live a better life, where you want things to drastically improve, then being closed-minded is not helping you, right? It's actually detrimental to you, because then you're just letting your life go right by you. There's people that are important in my life that I believe are simply just closed-minded, and they don't choose to learn anything new. They don't choose to grow as a person or to improve or get better, right? They choose to remain the same person. And them choosing to remain the same person is only going to guarantee that they're just going to continue what they've always gotten. And if they've wanted more out of life and they have never received more out of life, then if they remain the same person, then they're just gonna continue what they've always gotten. So many people are wasting their potential because they're closed-minded, because they don't ever choose to pick up a book, because they don't ever choose to try to learn new information, because they don't ever choose to receive exposure to the other side of life or from other people's perspectives, right? You don't have to agree with everything other people say, all their opinions or everything. You can sift through that, right? But if you are open to it, then that means you're open to other possibilities, right? Because everyone thinks differently, everyone has experienced different things in life, and you can always learn from someone. But there's people who just choose not to, and you're not gonna be that person either, right? If you've been watching my videos, if you've been supporting me throughout, it's because you're open-minded, right? It's because you are eager to learn, because you are hungry for that piece of information that's going to change it all, that's going to help put you on the right track, right? So this is my motivation for doing this video, for doing what it is that I do, because I want to help put people on the right path. Because there's so many people that if they had just taken a second to stop and learn the truth, right? Because most of us, we live our most people just live their lives just trying to do what's best, and navigate through life the best way that they can, and that's great. But most people never stop to pick up the instruction manuals on how to live their life, right? Or to look for the blueprint. They'd much rather just play the game without instructions and hope that they figure it out, when there's no need for that. There's no need to hope. The instructions, it exists. The blueprint already exists. But most people just aren't aware, or choose not to care. And it's that those people could end up growing and becoming such amazing versions of themselves if they just decided to do that. And so I don't want to say that some people are a lost cause, but it's historically, there's some folks who have just shown to be the case, for that to be the case, right? And I hope that one day they'll come around, and that's all I can hope for, right? And one of the other motivations that I do these videos is for people not understanding who they are, right? Most people don't see themselves from the lens of vibration. Most people just see themselves as an average human being, as a regular person that just has to go out and do what's required of them, do what's asked of them, and go home, right? That they just see themselves as a regular person. They don't see themselves as anything more than that, which is insane to me, because it's literally a 1 in 400 trillion chance for you to be born. So there's 400 other trillions of, I guess, people that could have been in your place, but you were the one that was chosen. So you already, winning the lottery doesn't even, that statement doesn't even isn't even an accurate statement for how lucky you were to even be born on this planet. Better yet, to also make it this far in life, right? To have survived this many years. And there's other folks who've lived an entire life and have never understood who they actually were, never understood the reason for being on this planet, never understood that life is about having fun and loving everything around you and being filled with love. That the majority of people don't know that, or aren't aware that. They know that instinctively, innately, because when they're smiling, when they're happy, when they're filled with joy, that's when they feel the best. But they don't tap into that more often because of everything that's life thrown at them, that they've become pessimistic. They become angry, frustrated with the world, when there's so much to marvel at. So many great things happening all the time, that there's so many adventures for you to go on, so many people for you to meet, so many new fun events and adventures for you to go on. Right? Some people have forgotten their ways, and I do these videos to help remind people of their ways, to help remind you of who you are. that you're just not a regular person, that you are a creator, that you are vibration, that you need to see yourself as vibration, which in other words, you need to see yourself as energy, because you are energy and you are in a world where everything else around you is energy. That everything on this planet and everything in this universe, everything outside of Earth too, is all just energy. We're all the same thing. Most people don't know that. Most people will never know that ever. Most people have lived their lives without ever knowing that. And I want you to be in seeing yourself as vibration, see yourself as energy, and focus on yourself and how you can bring about the best, most positive energy more of the time, or most of the time, or better yet, all of the time. So these are my motivations for doing these videos, to help give you guidance and to help bring out the best version of you, because I want you to live your best life. I want to see you win. I want to see you live life on your own terms and live the dream life that you always wanted to live and become that dream version of yourself. And it won't happen unless you decide to get uncomfortable and you decide to tap into that side, tap into that new side, and say, you know what, from this moment on, I'm going to be my best self. I'm going to be my best self. I'm going to have the right attitude. I'm going to approach life with the right mindset. And that alone will take you far. You will win. You won't be like any of these people that I mentioned for all my motivation for why I do these videos. You will be the one that will come out victorious, and you will be the winner. And you will have enjoyed this existence here on earth. And it will have been the most magical experience. If you come from humble beginnings, starting from where you started from to where you're at now to where you will be in the future. And trust, all will be taken care of. And you will have the most magical, fun journey along the way. So if you enjoyed this video, do leave a like and subscribe, as I will be posting more content very soon. We are on the road to 50 subscribers, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, do leave a like and subscribe, as all your support is greatly appreciated. So see you again, guys. This is Joel, and I'm out. See you guys on the video.